that religion is a tool used by the oppressors? Because everything that they promise you that you'll get after living a good life, and you enter those gates of heaven and all of your wishes are granted, your mansion, your health, your peace, your leisure, those are all things that the rich and powerful get to enjoy here on earth. So they've just convinced you, instead of rising up and demanding your fair share of the stuff that you've earned and worked for, if you just be good and wait for it, you'll get yours in heaven, baby. You want to know how I know that religion is a tool used by the oppressors? Because everything that they promise you that you'll get after living a good life, and you enter those gates of heaven and all of your wishes are granted, your mansion, your health, your peace, your leisure, those are all things that the rich and powerful get to enjoy here on earth. So they've just convinced you, instead of rising up and demanding your fair share of the stuff that you've earned and worked for, if you just be good and wait for it, you'll get yours. Know that religion is a tool used by the oppressors?
Call hello Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bahashem Rekha Wadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to you brothers out here pushing this truth with fear and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Shabella Khalakar of GMS Northwest. Come back at you with another video. And you saw from the from the likes of this video, this like a tear, like a black Edomite, and he looked zesty as hell, cooking this dry ass chicken and this rice, talking about the oppressor and how the oppressor uses religion to control your life, and how the rich and famous and all that enjoying this, and you won't rise up to get your piece of pie. Hold on. What you want to be like the wicked? First of all, this is I was going to go in that gross darkness, but let's, class it, dust this off, blow the dust off this one. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Let's stop right there. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The oppressor. The oppressor, who is the wicked, who is Esau, Edom, Malachi 1:4, is controlling the earth. The so-called Caucasian man, he's controlling the resources. He's controlling the food. He's controlling the air, the prince of the power of the air, which is spiritual demon Satan, but he's using the so-called right race to do his bidding. So the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. We're not supposed to love this place, right? We're supposed to not love this world at all. 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So why would I envy, the oppressor? You shouldn't. That's in the scriptures. You don't envy the oppressor. I want my fair share. You got your fair share. I don't worked all this hard, and you rich and famous and got all of this money, and I don't, and I work just as hard as you. Well, you don't understand who's ruling the earth. Let me get through this real quick. 1 John 2:15 again, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. Here we go. You lusting after the rich and famous. Their pride. Their pride in life. I got to be prideful in this life. That's not of the Heavenly Father. That's of the world. And this world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So doing the will of the Most High, which is, getting active in this truth if you're a man. And if you're a woman, you're supporting this thing and falling in line and getting in order like you're supposed to be, But yeah, we're not supposed to love this place. We're not supposed to envy the oppressor. Let me Ecclesiastes 5. Um, Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 8. Let me read it in the NLT, see what it says. Don't be surprised if you see a poor person being oppressed by the powerful and if justice is being miscarried throughout the land. For every official is under orders from higher up, and matters of justice get lost in the red tape and bureaucracy. That's heavy. Even the king milks the land for his own profit. Come on, man. What? So again, we're not supposed to be up in arms because who set it up that way? The Lord did. The Lord rules in the kingdom of men, right? Um, 4:17. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers. Who are the watchers? The saints, and the demand by the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. So this guy right here, so like it, G Annie Gold, I don't know what the fuck that is. With his 200,000 likes, 5,000 comments, 27,000 bookmarks, and 31,000 shares. Like I said, he look like an Edomite, man. He look like a black Edomite. We don't judge off appearance, but with that dry looking ass chicken and just rice, you know, no flavor, just talking shit. He's zesty as hell. 205 inside joke. You better make sure that chicken is 205. you know, this is what's in the earth, man. This is what's in the earth. This is that gross darkness. I'm going to get straight to it. Isaiah 16:2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So gross darkness is covering the minds of the people because they've been blinded. The Lord blinded them on purpose. The Lord didn't want these to get it. What then? Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. According to as is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes they should not see, and ears they should not hear, until this day. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them, that their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow their back away. So you're not going to get it. Even if you was Jake, what you very remember might be Jake. You might have, I don't know, your background and stuff like that. For all intents and purposes of the video, we can call you an Edomite because you got that Edomite vibe, but yeah, man, going back to that oppression, oppression makes a wise man mad. So, Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of, and the patient in the spirit is better than the proud in spirit. You proud in spirit, trying to get up in arms and lead with the wicked, trying to get your piece of this, trying to get your piece of the pie. In a wicked society, in a wicked world that's ran by a wicked entity, man, a wicked spiritual demon, Satan. You want to live it up, and then that he talking about going to heaven. That's for the elect of the nation of Israel. The eternal bodies, immortal bodies. Can't die. Spiritual powers, that's for the elect. You know, everybody's going to be in heaven, but there's going to be a hierarchy, and the Israelites are going to be on top in heaven, ruling. But, you know, putting this out in the earth, just as, every idle thing, every idle word that you speak will give account for in the day of judgment. So you will be judged for this, Mr. Gold, Gianni. You will be judged for this, and more than likely you're a sodomite as well. So yeah, there's no hope for you, for sure, for sure. But yeah, if we do, if we are part of the elect of the nation Israel, we'll get delivered out of here, out of Babylon the Great, and we'll have that peace, we'll have that leisure, we'll have all the things that the rich and powerful have, that's had in righteousness, and we'll rule the earth in righteousness. We won't rule it in wickedness, like it's being ruled now. So, that's all I had for this. It was short and sweet. I hope it was edified. I hope you got something out of this. I hope to see you on the next video. Lord willing, shalom.